Brad Pitt and Ines de Ramon are still going strong, and that's after more than a year of dating. So a lot of the speculation of the reason they're doing well is that they're staying primarily out of the limelight. It is their desire to keep the relationship away from the paparazzi, as if that's possible, but they're doing a good job of that. Now, Ines is Brad's serious girlfriend, like his first serious girlfriend since after splitting from Angelina Jolie. It was noted that he was dating someone earlier, but it was not that serious. He was rumored to be seeing Emily Ratajkowski, who then went on to date Pete Davidson, but shortly after that met Ines. Now, Ines started dating Brad in 2022, same time. That's when people had started recognizing them being together. That was recently after her separation from Paul Wesley. Now, she dated the actor for 3 years, and so her bounce back after divorce is a shorter window than Brad. Although Brad is still in the middle of a lot of chaos and turmoil with his ex, including his children. So I'm wondering whether or not this is going to be challenging for them in a new relationship. As a matchmaker and relationship expert, it's not really advisable for someone to enter a new relationship and move in with his new partner while he's in the middle of a crazy lawsuit, divorce, all these accusations. But hey, love makes people do crazy things. Now, Brad Pitt and Ines met, but the first time that they were sighted was at the Bono concert on November 15th, 2022. But at the time, it was reported that they'd just been seeing each other for a few months. So it wasn't anything to really write home about. I think given the age gap between these two, close to 30 years, perhaps people were not thinking that this was going to be anything more than, I don't know, a cuffing season relationship. That was in November. And so singles who get together conveniently because of the cold months, although they're in LA, so it might not be cold, but cuffing season does exist. So people tend to pair with each other in convenient relationships and may even find a situationship in the colder months. But it turns out that it was not that wasn't the case. Anyway, they weren't very serious. There's a lot to like, an insider told In Touch. She's gorgeous, smart, funny, loves art and architecture, and isn't intimidated by Brad in the least. Let's take note that Ines de Ramon is a jewelry designer, and so she likely has been dealing with celebrities. And she dated an actor for 3 years. So dating an actor, now he's not an Oscar award-winning actor, nonetheless a known actor. So she's probably not as starstruck by meeting another celebrity. And that could be the reason why this relationship could stand the test of time. Now, December 2022, you see Ines accompanying Brad to the premiere of his movie Babylon. However, it wasn't really a big thing because he walked the red carpet alone. Typically, when you are, celebrity official or Instagram official or relationship official, you would walk the red carpet together, hand in hand, arm in arm, whatever the case. She wasn't there. However, they were spotted mingling at an after party together, right? Moving along, December 2022, same time, Brad and Ines were spotted getting out of the same car while heading to his 59th birthday party in December. Now, they met up with a group of his actor friends at an Italian restaurant, and clearly Ines was his date, celebrating his 59th birthday. Things start to get a little more serious here because January 2023, they actually celebrate New Year's Eve together. What's interesting is that a lot of relationships that don't have the strong foundation or good foundation tend to break up during breakup season. Breakup season, for those who don't know, actually ends up happening after Thanksgiving, which they call the turkey drop. Not because you drop a turkey, but because you get dumped on Thanksgiving, just around then or after, because they don't want you to meet the family, or it was a disaster meeting the family, or they've assessed that you're not somebody that fits into their family. Having said that, when you survive the turkey drop and you survive pre-Christmas, because why have to buy presents if you don't have to, you're deciding to get together for the new year and ringing in the new year, that is a sign that this is not necessarily a cuffing season relationship, and it's beyond a situationship. Now, they ended 2022 with a vacation in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And then after ringing in 2023, apparently they spent several more days in this tropical location. How romantic, ringing in the new year. The new year indicates, newness. Duh, obviously. But people who celebrate with their loved ones kind of do that with the intent to manifest staying with this partner for the remainder of the year, right? You don't celebrate New Year's as a couple thinking that this person isn't going to be someone you celebrate the next New Year with. At least most people don't do that. Now, the conversation between them flows, an insider exclusively told In Touch, after the trip, and they make each other laugh. Brad's in his element with Ines. Now, I can see how it's easy for Brad to be in his element. Now, his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie, is clearly a showstopper. Okay, they were like the hottest couple. In fact, I recently rewatched Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and oh my gosh, the chemistry between them is insane. The scenes where they're like beating each other up and hot and heavy, and then all of a sudden go on a makeout scene. I mean, there's no visuals, room for imagination there. Okay, there was a lot of chemistry there. But Brad now has turned 60, and Ines just celebrated her 31st birthday, so she's in her 30s. There is almost a 30-year age gap between them. So of course, I would think Brad would be smitten, right? Now, the age gap doesn't seem to be a challenge with these two. And it is known in Hollywood that age is just a number. However, he looks great for his age. She's still in her youth. She hasn't even had a child yet. So who knows how this is going to play out moving forward. February 2023, they celebrate their first Valentine's Day together. Again, because they've likely been so far off the radar as a couple with intent. What we saw was, it was reported that Brad sent her flowers while he was away filming a new project, and Ines was photographed with a huge bouquet of flowers on Valentine's Day. I think that's really sweet. I mean, flowers are your typical traditional way of saying, I love you, I appreciate you, flowers, chocolates, dinner, the whole bit. Now, in November 2023, they were seen at LACMA Art and Film Gallery. Although Brad and Ines didn't walk the red carpet together at the 2023 LACMA Art and Film Gala, they were both in attendance at this star-studded event. So clearly they're getting more and more comfortable attending major events around other celebrities as a couple. December 2023, this is when it starts to get really more significant, because remember, December 2022, they celebrated his 59th birthday. However, celebrating a milestone birthday, Brad turned 60. And even though it was a low-key celebration, Ines was by his side for that intimate gathering. Very intimate gathering. And when you are celebrating a milestone birthday, you typically will have only your closest friends and family around you. You're definitely not going to have your side piece or insignificant person or somebody that is just a casual person celebrating a milestone birthday. So it is clear that they are, moving along and moving somewhat quickly in their relationship. Now, February 2024, his plus one is no other than Ines. Brad brought Ines to his date to the Santa Barbara International Film Festival in February 2024, and he was in attendance to present Bradley Cooper with an award at the film festival. And Brad and Ines were photographed inside the event after skipping the red carpet. All right, here's where it starts to get even more serious. February 2024, they decide to move in together. Brad and Ines started living together at the beginning of 2024. This is what a source told In Touch and People. And it was reported that Ines moved into Brad's home, but she still had her place as well. I think this is a smart move. It's a relatively new relationship. In fact, when they met in 2022, they were not claiming it was anything serious. Now they do New Year's and they go on more carpets together. They celebrate a milestone birthday. I don't think they need to tell people it's serious. At this point, it's serious. An insider also exclusively told In Touch in 2024 that Brad and Ines were discussing having a baby as the relationship got more serious. So April 2024, so far all we've heard was honeymoon phase. But April 2024, we have friends that have some doubts. Brad and Ines have found love, but not everyone in this A-list circle of friends are sure about his new significant other. Supposedly, Amal Clooney, who knows Brad, thanks to husband George Clooney, is has a decade-long relationship and friendship with him, she isn't impressed by Ines, and she doesn't think that the jewelry designer works hard. She thinks Ines tries to be someone that she's not. This insider told In Touch magazine she considers her a social climber out to snag a rich man. Now, what do you guys think? This is Amal Clooney, and what I can tell you about Amal, she's had a long-term friendship with Brad. She clearly knows Angelina as well. She's seeing, this is like, I'm unsure yet. I don't have enough facts or information to know that that is the case. Now, does she need to work hard as a jewelry designer now that you're marrying a guy who just, has multi-millionaire, one of the biggest, well-known A-list celebrities out there? He is in the middle of a very difficult situation. Once again, I don't think it's the smartest move to be moving into his home during one of the most, difficult times, particularly when just this Father's Day, there was a rehash of Pax's, horrible Father's Day not celebration. It was more of a Father's Day tirade telling Brad how much of a a-hole he is. Now, we're not seeing or hearing any reports about her being supportive in that way. Clearly, as the younger person dating the older man, she is going to be stereotyped as the gold digger. She'll be stereotyped as someone who is just looking to get into, his stratosphere and in his circle. The photos don't seem to show that she's a social climber at all. She actually seems pretty down to earth based on that. However, I want to say that if that is a true statement from Amal, she's an intelligent woman. She's intuitive. She knows Brad. This is a gut feeling. So we'll just have to wait and see how things play out, particularly with the age gap and with all of the drama that's going on for Brad and Angelina right now. It is not the best timing to be celebrating a brand new relationship. I actually think that that's probably going to put more, wood on that already burning flame from Angelina's part, thinking, oh, look at his choices. Anything that Brad does at this point, Angelina is going to criticize. It seems, however, there isn't a lot of criticism between this couple. They seem to be a likable couple, according to fans. Let's note that Brangelina ended in 2019, but they're still in this grueling divorce battle over assets, children, accusations of abuse. It's messy. There's a lot of chaos there. So I'm not sure if this is the best time for them to be moving in together. But love, again, you're driven by love. They want to be together. Who am I to say that that's the right or wrong thing to do? What are your thoughts? We will be back for more celebrity news. There you have the timeline between Brad Pitt and Ines de Ramon. What do you think? Are they moving too fast, or is the timing just right?